And welcome back to the 10x Gain Show. Let's get right into another one. It is 10:23 p.m. on Wednesday, March 25th. Let's dive right into today's video. Guys, we've got Let's Go from Lord XRP. XRP is the chosen one when it comes to lead the new digital global payment system. Every bank in the world is now connected to Ripple directly or indirectly. That is massive. Let's take a listen to this video here.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors, former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, former business director at Swift, former Swift board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan?
Wow. And there you have it, guys. Ripple. It all comes down to Ripple and XRP. Know what you hold. Let's go, guys. You can never go wrong holding XRP. Change your life one token at a time. Here we are from Mr. Pool, 72 hours. That's all it's left. March 27th. That's the date they don't want you to circle. Trump didn't extend the Iran deadline because he's negotiating. He extended it because the system isn't ready yet. And guys, we got a couple different things going on. Gold. Central banks have bought in more gold in the last 90 days than in any quarter since 1967. We've got quantum nodes. The quantum financial system backbone went from 12 active nodes in January to 67 active nodes as of last Friday. Swift access keys on March 16th, exactly 11 days before the deadline. Ripple's partner, Thunes, quietly announced stablecoin payouts to 11,500 banks through Swift. 3 moves, 1 deadline, March 27th. Now, here's the part they'll never say. The Iran war isn't about Iran. It never was. Every bomb that falls on Tehran is a distraction from what's happening in the server rooms underneath the Federal Reserve buildings in New York, Chicago, San Francisco. They're migrating the ledger. 23 trillion in US debt, 8 trillion in offshore accounts. Every transaction, every loan, every dark money transfer since 1971, all of it is being moved from the old system to the new financial system. And when the migration is complete, the old system gets unplugged. That's what March 27th is. It's not a deadline for Iran, a deadline for the Federal Reserve. And guys, we're going to be watching very closely to Friday, March 27th to see what happens during that date. We could be in for some massive moves. We've got from Time Traveler, there's 8 types of people after XRP moons. Let's take a look at this. And this is so true.
Types of people after XRP moons.
The ones who couldn't handle the change and developed mental illness. The ones who figure out that money does not buy happiness. The ones who did not buy XRP when we told them to. The ones who can't handle it. And they ended their lives. Is what will be. The ones who can't handle it and have mental breakdowns daily. What has been done is what will be done, and there is nothing new under the sun. The ones who plan to kill the profit off it. Everything fades. Everything shades. The ones who mind their own business. Everything decays. Everyone complains. Everything's delayed. Everywhere is pain. Everyone is insane. Bills always unpaid. Borders ready to invade. Law enforcement ready to raid. Duplications made. Grave plots are. And the ones that nobody knows exist. Who do you guys want to be? I want to be number one, the ones nobody knows exist, and number two, minding my own business. We got Bearable Guy hits again. One of the XRP insiders, XRP Riddlers, posted on 12/24. This guy is the 1 + 2 is 3, 3/24, and the sunflower is blooming in Singapore right now. XRP Army, buckle up. The prophecy just went live. Bearable Guy 123 dropped his legendary Christmas greenhouse post on December 24th, 2023, exactly 3 months later on the calendar, flip March 24th, 2026. Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin officially went live in the Moss Bloom sandbox with Unloq. They're testing automated cross-border trade payments on the XRP Ledger, triggered instantly by shipment verification. No more weeks of paperwork, no more slow banks, just real-time regulated blockchain power settlement. Sunflower blooming in the Bloom sandbox, greenhouse turning into global utility. This isn't random. This is the sign we've been waiting for. XRP was literally built for this moment. Enterprise adoption, regulatory green light, real world use case. The rocket fuel is igniting. The delta is closing. The bloom is here. It is time, XRP family. We are coming to see this into fruition. Do not quit. I repeat, do not quit. My XRP holders. This is from Mark Minervini. Sorry. After 6 initial years, from 1983 to 1989, of making virtually no progress in the stock market, I then made more in a single week than I dreamed of making in a year. I experienced what English poet Robert Browning meant when he wrote, "A minute's success pays the failure of years." And guys, this is how it will be with XRP. Patience, persistence, consistency. Do not quit. Let's dive right into the charts here. Take a look and see what XRP is doing here. So taking a look at the daily, as you guys can see, we're at $1.40. And we are still kind of just going up and down here, consolidating, going sideways. The next area of support, if we do drop down, probably be this level right here, around $1.33. And if we lose that, you can see the support down here around $1.10. Ultimately, guys, you can see this range of support, and then we've got this resistance up here. We've just been consolidating in this box, basically. Anyways, there it is. So we've got this level here. I mean, however you want to put it. You can go to the closes like this. You got resistance here, and then we fell, and really we've been in this box, just trading in this zone from $1.33 to $1.55. And we've been trading in this range for quite some time now, for about a month and a half. So, you know, the question is, are we going to break to the upside or to the downside? As you can note, the price is, you know, below the midpoint of this range. So as it looks right now, you know, we are coming back down to the bottom of the range. You know, we would need to see a move up to 155 with a daily candle close above 155 to potentially look for that breakout scenario. But ultimately, guys, we're just consolidating. This whole range here has been absolutely a great range to be buying in. As you guys can see, I mean, we've spent a lot of time above this range. And now we're in this range. Great buying opportunity. A little bit of consolidation there, but we've been consolidating here for a while. If we do fall down lower, guys, it's just getting us to better opportunities for buying. And you know, you can see we've got some major support at 75 cents and up here 85 cents. So you know, we ultimately could potentially drop down to these levels, to the 85-90 cent range, touch maybe a death wick right down to the support level around 80 cents, as making an ultimate bear market bottom. So keep that in mind. That is definitely in play. But as of right now, we are in a bear market. We are just consolidating in this, you know, $1.30 to 40 cent range. Great buying opportunities, and just make sure you have a little bit of cash on the side as well. You know, if we do break this box and head down to $1 and a little bit lower, it will be historically the best buying opportunity for XRP that we're going to get yet. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in, subscribing to the channel, liking the content, sharing the videos, and I will keep you updated in the next one. Until next time.
Let's see what you got, LeBron. Flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, just want a piece of mind. They focus on the future.